Hi guys, it's LulaRoe Holly Christich here, and if you're watching this video, either you've come to just really love me and you want to see every video that I've made, or you're here because you want to learn about the opportunity of becoming a LulaRoe consultant for yourself. Either way, I'm so happy you're watching, and I'm glad that I can answer any of the questions that you might have about starting a business for yourself. So, the number one question that is asked is, how much does it cost to start? I know that it's crossed your mind and that's your biggest concern. And I will tell you that on average, the cost of startup is probably going to be around $5,000. Inhale, exhale, it's fine. Let's talk about that. What do you get for $5,000? Well, you're going to be getting over 300 pieces of inventory. You are purchasing them at wholesale prices and selling them for retail. And the margins are like 40%. So when you go to sell them, don't worry, you're going to get your money back and then some. It's amazing, the margins on the clothing. So that's the first thing that people worry about, is the cost of startup. How are you going to get the money for it? I don't have $5,000 just randomly sitting around to put towards anything, not to mention a brand new business. That's a good question too. You're welcome to open up a credit card. There's, excuse me, there's a lot of zero interest cards that are out there right now that you could apply for. You could get a small business loan. You could save it. You could borrow from a friend or a family member who is supporting and in a better financial position to help you. There are ways of doing it. So don't let the money part alone scare you away from doing this job. It's an amazing opportunity and it can truly change your life. So don't let that first thing scare you. Okay, so moving that aside, you're gonna get, remember, the 300 plus pieces of inventory. If you happen to sign up and you're on my team, you also get me for that amazing price. Isn't that a deal? I think it's $5,000 just for me. I think that would be a great investment, wouldn't you agree? No? Crickets? Crickets? All right, fine. So maybe I'm not worth $5,000, but the inventory certainly is. Okay, moving on. Other questions that people have is, well, once I make my initial inventory, do I have to continuously rebuy? Well, the answer is kind of yes and no. Every month after the first 3 months, to remain an active consultant, you will need to purchase 33 items a month. Oh my gosh, Holly, 33 items a month. That sounds like such a big number. The truth is, the more inventory you have, the more you're going to sell. You most likely will sell 33 items or more your very first pop-up sale that you do. It's true. It's true. And you'll realize how quickly you are going to go through your inventory and you're going to be on there ordering more all the time. Probably every week. Maybe more than once a week. Don't let that scare you either. But to answer the question that was asked, yeah, you do need to repurchase just 33 items once a month. Now there's incentives too to purchasing and having high sales. For instance, you could win a trip to go on a cruise. And it's called cruise qualifying. And that is super exciting. Who doesn't want to win a cruise? Those numbers can sound a little overwhelming too, but when you break it apart and you realize really how easy it is, because everybody loves LulaRoe, and once they find it, it's like the greatest thing in the world. It's really not that hard. So, if you want to know, I'm just going to just tell you, to cruise qualify, you need to sell $12,000 in clothes a month and or together 400 pieces. So you need 400 pieces, $12,000. Sounds like a big number, but it's not. Remember, at one party, you could possibly sell 30 pieces. So this is a cakewalk. If you put the time in and the energy and you're excited about your company, you're going to be on a cruise before you know it. So don't let those numbers scare you either. Again, there's lots of things that sound overwhelming when you are starting a business, but it's super realistic if you're as passionate about it and you believe in it and you're willing to work for it. And I think that's maybe my next point that I want to make. If you want to join LulaRoe just because you love it and you have a leggings fix and you want a discount, maybe this isn't the right business for you. I will give you a prime personal example for that. On the side, I also am, I dabble in a little makeup myself. I enjoy it and I wanted that discount. Why not? Why pay full price for anything, right? So I have my own little unique site and I'll post pictures on there every once in a while and I'll run deals and I'll play, and sometimes people buy and sometimes people don't. But I don't put a lot of energy in it. I don't put the same kind of heart and passion and effort into that one. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. I just like it and it's a hobby. I don't think you should sign up for LulaRoe if you want to treat it as a hobby. Make it something that is going to truly make a difference in your life. My suggestion is, if you don't plan on giving it even 20 hours a week, whether it's before work or after work or when your kids go to sleep, then maybe it's not right. Maybe you should just be a customer, because there's so much potential in doing really amazing things if you can just give it that little extra time. None of the work is hard. It's not hard, but it takes time and it takes energy and it takes creativity and a lot of excitement in order to be successful in doing it. And if you can't give it just that little bit, it might not be right for you. But if it is right for you, if you say, absolutely, I want to replace my full-time income and make this my job, or I want to supplement my income so that I can get that family vacation, or I can save up for my kids' college, or so that, how about I don't have to work anymore and I can stay home with my children, then this is a great opportunity for you. And you need to stick around and you need to learn more and you need to ask more questions. Okay? Because then it's a wonderful opportunity for you if you're willing to just give it that one thing that I'm asking. Just give it your time. Everything else is going to fall into place. Once people find LulaRoe, they love it. They love it. And you're going to get more customers. And you are going to fill up your calendar. And then you're going to be so amazed at how easy it is when you put in the effort. Okay? So, my next point was, please just make sure that you want to treat it like a career opportunity and you really want to give it some hard work. Don't make it a hobby, okay? Now, beyond that, you might say, well, all right, I get the inventory, now what do I do? Well, you've got lots of different options. Be creative, it's your business. You are welcome to host parties online. Lots of people do that. You can go shopping in your pajamas, you can work in your pajamas, you can be half watching a movie with your husband and you can upload those pictures and be making money and working at the same time. You can host a boutique in your own home and offer people a drop-in for a pop-up and come in that way. Come shop at my house. Do it that way. Make yourself a pretty little spot in your house and go. People are going to come. People love it, remember? You can also go to other people's houses and do a pop-up there and travel with your stuff. That kind of sounds overwhelming, but it's really not bad. It's really not bad. And vendor events as well. It's another place where you can go out and you're exposed by lots of different people, which is also a really great opportunity. I have done all of these things. They all work, okay? You just have to have the right attitude. Be creative, come up with neat ideas, build your website. You know, if you don't feel like you want to, do things in person as much, because that's just not who you are, online is fine. Online is great. One of the things I'm most looking forward to is all of my live sales that I'm going to do. Not only is it easier than having to post the pictures all the time, but it's interactive. I get to hear from my customers. I get to hear from you. I get to hear from the people who are purchasing and love it. And that gives me more energy, gets me more excited. And then we're more involved with each other. It's a win-win and it's fantastic. There's lots of different ways of selling to people without really selling. Because all you're doing is you're just sharing it. You are sharing it and you're giving someone the opportunity to look and feel good about themselves and to be comfortable, to be empowered. That's something that this opportunity should do for you. It should empower you as a woman to feel like you can do anything. Because you can. You can. Maybe you've gone your whole life doubting yourself or feeling like you can't do anything, you're not good enough. You got to change that. You got to change that. And especially if you're on my team, I'm going to take those ideas out. We're going to talk about positive things every day. Negative things happen. Negative things are going to happen. And you know what? In this business, negative things are going to happen too. We are going to have hostesses who are just awful. We're going to have customers who complain. We're going to have parties that we put so much energy in and they fail. And we're going to wonder why, and we're going to doubt ourselves. But don't. It's just another little hurdle to get you to the bigger place where you're supposed to be. Okay? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And like I said, if you're on my team, we're going to work through those things together. We are going to work through them together. And let me just bring you to that point then. If you are interested, if you are excited, if you think, wow, if that's really all I have to do is just to love it and have energy and give it time, I want to know more and I want to be a part of what LulaRoe is, then my next step for you is to find a sponsor. And possibly that's me. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Doesn't have to be me. Doesn't have to. Maybe you're just watching this for education value, and then you go find somebody else because you think I'm so annoying, and that's okay. But if you do like me and you do want to spend more time with me, I would be happy to have you. On the link below, I'm going to have a link to go to just fill out a little form saying I'm interested. And that gets submitted to the company. This does not bind you to anything, okay? It does not bind you to anything. More than anything else, all it does is it says to the company, if I do sign up, you know what, Holly introduced me to it. I want to be a part of what she's doing, and that's all it's going to do. So it binds you to me. It binds you to me. But not to any financial commitment or anything, okay? So that's the first thing. Just submit that link, and that'll get the ball rolling. And then message me, talk to me, send me an email and say, Holly, I want to know some more. All right, you made your little video and you said you know what we had to do, but let's get a little bit more specific. If I do this, what happens? Or if I want to do this, how does that work? And we can work through that. I will invite you, if you are interested, to join a group that I am starting. On May 1st, I am going to have a private group that is just meant for the people who are interested in signing on to LulaRoe and being a part of my team. It doesn't say that you have to be. It doesn't say that after a couple